Hello, welcome to week 3 of our class. Great job for getting so far in the class. It's hard to learn how to use an online class, so if this is your first time, I'm really proud of you for persisting. So for this week, since you are hopefully getting accustomed to how to navigate the overviews for each week, I'm going to let you read the overview on your own, but certainly if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about how to navigate what to do for week 3, let me know. Send me an email or a Canvas message. Let me know if you'd like me to call you or to set up a chat. Whatever you would like to do, I can help you with that. So for week 3, I'm going to jump right into the content, and this week we're going to be learning about subjects and verbs. So our first project is just to learn what a subject is and what a verb is. So we're going to define them, and then I'm going to help to show you how to identify subjects and verbs. So your quiz for this video is just going to be about the basic information around subjects and verbs. This is something that we'll do more of, and it's also something that we will build upon as the semester goes forward. So the ultimate goal of learning about subjects and verbs is to avoid errors in subject-verb agreement. More on that part later. So subjects and verbs. Here we are, subjects and verbs. So I'm going to define verb first. So a verb is an action or state of being. Okay, a verb is an action or a state of being. So a lot of times in middle school or maybe even high school, you're just taught verb is an action word like fly, soar, things like that, like things that Superman would do. Look at this. We've got Superman back here. And Superman flies, right? Superman flies. Superman crashes. So those are some verbs indeed associated with Superman, but also a verb can be a state of being. So Superman is standing in front of Elizabeth, okay? So, or Superman is happy, okay? Superman is perpetually happy. Superman is always happy. Okay, so a verb is an action or a state of being. All right, so a subject is who or what is doing that action or experiencing that state of being. Okay, so in our sentence, Superman is happy, Superman would be the subject, and is would be the verb. Is would be the state of being. Okay, so I'm going to give you some samples, and we're going to together try to identify the subjects and the verbs. In the background, you hear my neighbor who is watching a football game. So he and his buddies are cheering. So let's do some sentences about my neighbor whose name is Chris. All right. Chris is happy that the Eagles scored a touchdown. Okay, so first we want to find the action or the state of being. So here we have state of being, is. Okay, so is in this case is going to be your verb. So who is experiencing the state of being? Well, that would be Chris, right? The Eagles in this sentence, the Eagles are not happy. It's Chris who's happy. So Chris is the subject of this sentence. So now we've established that we're going to highlight our subjects in yellow and our verbs in blue. So if we have the second sentence, if we say CCP students like pizza. I think maybe CCP students might like wings a little bit more. What else do CCP students like? I don't know. I say we can go with pizza. I think people still like pizza. Food truck food, the Mexican truck. We're going to go with pizza. Okay, so CCP students like pizza. All right. So what is the action here? Is pizza the action? No, pizza's not doing anything. Okay. So what is the action here? The action is the liking. Like. So CCP students like pizza. like is the verb, and then the subject is CCP students, okay? You want to do just the basic subject, you can say students, that's totally fine. CCP just gives us a little more information, okay? And then we'll do one more. The puppy in the park ran fast. The puppy in the park ran fast. So we want to come up with our action or state of being. And here it is, ran, okay? Okay, and then who ran? Did the park run? Did fast run? Nope. It was the puppy. Okay, so we've got the puppy right here. And we're going to highlight that in yellow. Okay, so in order to know what a subject is, you actually really need to know what the verb is. So I would say identify the verb first and then identify the subject. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quiz that's just about identifying subjects and verbs. There's one tip that I want to give you before you take this quiz. So a lot of times in sentences, you'll have what's called a prepositional phrase, and that's this part, in the park. And that's just giving you additional information about where the subject is, usually where, or what answers questions like where or when. And it is not either the subject or the verb. It's just additional information. So you never have a verb of in. In is never a verb, okay? Never. I have a lot of students who want in to be a verb, and I understand it. You can put your food in the pot. You can jump in the pool, but you are not inning, okay? That's a prepositional phrase, and this simply is never going to be the verb, okay? So a lot of times it'll be straightforward. Your subject will be next to your verb. Other times you really have to identify, you have to say, okay, what is the action or the state of being here, okay? So good luck on your quiz, and we will do more with subject and verb identification as time goes on. Thanks.